Hi, Callahan. Jeff in Vegas. Good to talk to you again.
Hey Jeff, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. It's always important to talk to you. You do such great work. Such a great legacy. Well, your new series, Pursuit: The Missing on Discovery Plus, features missing children and adults from around the country. They each have a ticking clock, don't they?
They absolutely do. As time goes by, and the more time we spend searching for these individuals, the less likely we will recover them alive, which is very unfortunate. And that's why I wanted to do these cases. Lauren Demolo's case happened just this summer. There's hope to get her back. Sophia Reeder's happened in 2017, a little more time on that case, but there's absolutely hope and a possibility to get her back as well too. And that's just why it's so important to do these cases.
And of course, we have Sophia Reeder, a 15-year-old in Fort Lauderdale. She snuck out of her bedroom at her parents' house, and she's been missing ever since.
Absolutely. She snuck out of her father's home with what seemed to be all intents and purposes of returning. There was a candle burning on her nightstand when her father went into her bedroom that morning. There was $300 in her closet. Her cell phone, her laptop were there as well. All indicators that she had every intention of coming home. Unfortunately, she didn't come home that night. She snuck out. Her cell phone had pinged at several locations in and around her home off Davie Boulevard. And then at the end of the night, she had contacted a known felon. She resided at his residence as well. That cell phone pinged at his location from about 4 a.m. until it went dead at about 7 a.m. That cell phone was never turned back on. However, that known felon was also in contact with a sex trafficker that evening. That home was eventually searched by law enforcement. Unfortunately, there were no traces of Sophie, and neither of those men have spent any time in jail related to Sophie's disappearance.
Brieja Tyrell was last seen at a Davenport, Iowa apartment complex in the early hours of July 10th, 2020. Brieja was 10 years old, 4'5", and has braids and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a white shirt, white shorts, and white and pink flip-flops. The FBI is offering $10,000 for anyone with information that can help locate her. Please, if you have any information regarding Brieja's disappearance, text or call our hotline.
They're all tragic stories, but tell me about Brieja Tyrell. I mean, that one really, really shocked me.
Absolutely. Another case, my work is at the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So while I love catching the bad guys with my father, finding missing people, especially finding missing children, is my passion. And the Brieja Tyrell story is heartbreaking. And she's a case that needs all the attention that can get on that case. I know her family is desperate for answers. I have hope that we'll recover Brieja as well. I know having her on the special drummed up a lot of media in her area, and that's really what it's about, continuing to tell these stories and getting the word out there and getting the image of these missing individuals out there to the public, so that all it takes is one person to spot that image, to recognize that individual, and give us that tip that breaks the case wide open. And that's exactly what we're looking for. Somebody out there holds the key that unlocks the door to justice, and we're searching for that key.
And Callahan, you're not sitting in some studio or an office. You do boots on the ground investigations, don't you?
Absolutely. And, it's been tough, obviously, during the pandemic to get out there. We take all the precautions that we can, but that's been my role. It's not something where I'm just making phone calls. I want to be there, boots on the ground. I want to be talking to law enforcement, going to the scene of the crime, speaking with experts, talking to the family, doing everything I can to understand these cases as well as I can to get that out there to the public. Because oftentimes with these cases, information resides in different pockets. The family knows these things, law enforcement knows that, other experts know these other pieces of the puzzle, and putting them all together is really what it's about, presenting that to the public, keeping these stories out there so that somebody out there who does have that information, because oftentimes the public is law enforcement's most important and most powerful tool. So that's what we're trying to do, harness the power of the public, because somebody out there, they know the information regarding the whereabouts of these individuals or what happened to them. And that's all it takes, somebody to do the right thing and give us that tip.
That's important that the viewers, they're essential to solving these investigations. And you have a pursuit hotline, 833-3-PURSUE. if anyone has any information leading to any of these cases.
Absolutely. And that's what's just so important is that, we're not just telling true crime stories, we're solving true crime stories with the help of our audience. They are the tool. They are the ones who allow us to get these captures and take these bad guys off the street. It's an amazing, amazing partnership between In Pursuit and the public.
Pursuit the Missing on Discovery Plus, now streaming. Callahan, you do such great work. You make so many families, rest at ease. And thank you again for talking to me today, and we'll talk again soon.
Absolutely. Good to see you again. And thanks for covering this. Really appreciate it.